Now, I know that you talk for hours about this topic, but in a nutshell, what are the key elements in making the change for veterinarians who might be watching this and for pet owners who are wanting to see the change?
Well, there is two pieces to this. Let's talk about the pet owner first, because you may go to a veterinarian that is just getting started with fear-free. Perhaps they're not even really a big believer in it, but I will tell you, once you know the signs of fear and anxiety, if you're pet, there are going to be veterinarians out there that can cradle that in their hands. So it may even be involved with changing veterinarians. But what you want to do as a pet owner is you want to take your pet into the veterinarian hungry so it responds better to food rewards. You want to make sure when you put the carrier in the car, if it's a cat or a small dog, that the carrier is flat, that it is facing forward, so it's going to be facing the back of the passenger side seat, for example. You want to have it covered, so a light sheet, your coat in an emergency or whatever you want to cover it with, because you want to reduce visual stimuli. When you get to the practice, if they're able to, ask them if you can go straight into an exam room to be checked in. And so if they have the room and the technology, if they don't, park outside, go in and check in, and go back out and wait in your vehicle until it's your turn to be seen. Don't go the same way of putting a leash on your dog, getting the carrier out for the cat or the small dog, swinging it by your side as you go in the door, checking in, then waiting in this stew pot of adrenaline, of stress, which is that waiting area. And then if you're a veterinarian, we're used to finding symptoms. That's what we do. We're looking at symptoms, and based on the symptoms, that's what I think is wrong. So now it's looking at emotional symptoms. And now that I know this, how can I remove these next time? How can I, change this right now? And it may be as simple as using really delectable food rewards, not something that's easy to reject, but a high currency food reward like a piece of a turkey hot dog or something, or spray cheese. It's lowering your voice, using distraction techniques. So having a nurse give them some kind of treat on the end of a tongue depressor while you're doing something that, rather than just coming at them with the needle, they don't even see the needle.
Part of the talk that you gave, I noticed a lot of ideas that I know from being a dog trainer and being trained to be a trainer. Did you pick up some of these ideas from your daughter?
Yes, yeah, and it's really neat. There's a bunch of people that, Victoria Stillwell, for example, is on the Fear-Free Advisory Panel. Some people know her from It's Me or the Dog. There's some, 34 boarded behaviorists, but my daughter has been really involved with this for the last 6 years, so she taught me, and others taught her. We're all kind of walking across bridges that have been built, but there's actually a right way and a wrong way to pet a dog. There's a right way and a wrong way to pet a cat. There's a right way and a wrong way to give treats. And just working with her, seeing a dog that was really nervous and wasn't settling in and wasn't calming down, and just watching her, throwing a little piece of deli turkey down on the floor, the dog picks it up, the dog comes over, she tells it to sit, it sits, and I see its tail just sweeping across the floor. And so instead of having those terror eyes, those hardened eyes where you see the sclera and they're just staring ahead, now it's real happy because it knows, they're asking me to do things, and I know what to do, and I know exactly the reward on the other side of doing that task.
Well, I think you're doing a great job. I've been following you, stalking you on Facebook, and I think people will be able to find you there as well, and look up your website, Fear-Free, what is it?
Well, there's two places I go. You can go to drmartybecker.com. My other online home is vetstreet.com. It's vetstreet.com. That's where my daughter Mikkel Becker's at as well. And then dvm360.com/fearfree. You'll be able to find the very latest on what we're doing to take the pet out of petrified.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, my friend.